the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Greetings and welcome to 2K Sports. I rarely say greetings, but I just did. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, alongside Kenny and Shaq. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Well, for San Antonio, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. And guys, everybody knows about Greg Popovich and his less than verbose approach to sideline interviews and press conferences, but he is one of the most genuine guys in the NBA.
Well, honesty is the best policy.
Oh, can I write that down?
Yeah, I've never heard that before, have you? I'll tell you, because he'll say the same thing to the 12th man on the team and as he will to the star. You know what? He's kind of like the late, great Dean Smith. If you close your eyes and watch practice, you couldn't tell who were the best players by what he was saying. He just kept it real, kept it honest all the time.
I like that, Kenny. Let's not also forget he's one of the funniest guys in the NBA.
Funny?
Because he doesn't forget at the end, basketball is just a game. He really cares for his players, both past and present.
True.
There are very few like him, Greg Popovich. That's going to wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you for joining us.
Why are you waving your arms?
No.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Houston Rockets. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
Oh, and they also took a few jabs, too. But as prolific as their offense was, there was no way they were going to be outscored in that one.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, the development of Kawhi Leonard and the addition of LaMarcus Aldridge have energized the vets on this team and extended the Spurs window. Tony Parker said, it definitely helps that Kawhi and LaMarcus are here and playing great. It makes me want to be here to help all the young guys. It's such a great family and such a great atmosphere that it makes you want to stay. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. The players who are part of that organization seem to want to stay in San Antonio. So Phoenix will get the first possession. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Herrera, he's in at point guard. Chris is out there with T.J. Warren. And it's Young, and it's Chandler in at the 5 down low. And Prez looking very calm as he drills that three-pointer.
And he has the confidence to take that shot when he wants. Nice finish to get his team 3 points.
Here's Parker with the 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Parker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, a tough year for Danny Green in 2015-16, the worst shooting numbers since his rookie season in the league. I expect a bounce back from him at some point. He's too good to not let that happen.
And here is Parker following Prez's 3. It's stolen by Prez. One thing you notice when Orange Juice is out there is that they're always looking to get the other one going. No selfishness.
And one of them can drop a few in, and instead of demanding the ball, you know, they look to get the other half going. It says a lot about the chemistry of Prez and Young.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
San Antonio with the ball. 8-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
Well, maybe they could have got away with it if they had created some turnovers with their own defense, but the D they played in that game wasn't nearly tough enough.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Leonard with the steal. Down low. He shoots again, and there's the nice layup by Gasol.
Almost perfect in the game to start. 3 of 4.
Suns have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Screen by Young. Now here's Prez. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Drains the three-pointer.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Got a piece of it. Aldridge dishes to Parker. Right side Leonard. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Man, they're operating on the same page thus far. 4 of 5 have found the net.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Warren the pass to Chris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Parker. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago.
Felt like he was just a wizard in that one, guys. Some of those passes were absolutely magical. It was fun to watch.
Here's Leonard. Fast break. Here come the Suns. And Chandler throws it down.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
Maybe carried out from morning shoot-around to the game. Completely focused, confident. No better way to start off the night.
Hey, way to put the squeeze on them, guys. Bring it in. Let's talk. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they would.
Whereas at times we've seen him be a little prickly with the media. If he doesn't like a question, you know, Brent, he'll let you know about it.
Well, I know the shtick for some people, Kevin, has gotten a little bit tiresome, but that's not who Greg Popovich is as a coach. He just doesn't like to do those in-game interviews. It's kind of like you sitting with me doing a broadcast.
You're right. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you're making life far too easy on them.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's Chris. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
Just completely in rhythm, really from the opening tip, and they continue to pile up the points.
Here's Leonard, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, the D right in his face, Kawhi couldn't care less. That's the expressionless assassin we've come to respect.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
Yeah, great ball movement and patience. They're working hard for those good looks.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by T.J. Warren. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Shoots from the right block. And another basket for San Antonio.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you. Pretty much whatever he wants to do.
For 3. And there's Prez on the assist from Young. And that's now 20 points for Prez.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now here's Parker, guarded by Herrera. Leonard against Warren. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. They retain possession. Leonard, no luck.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the evening. Prez, no good on the free throw. And last season we had Kobe's retirement, but in the offseason we said goodbye to another legend, the terrific Tim Duncan. You know, Greg, there was talk he might hang it up, and he felt that he didn't have any more in him and called it a career after 19 incredible record-breaking seasons.
Yeah, and Timmy retired in the most Duncan way possible. Just quietly let it happen in the midst of the summer. No farewell tour or any of that. A big hit to the game of basketball to see one of the all-time greats walk away, but arguably one of the best two-way players to have ever played the game.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Chicago.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
And the shot goes in.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Case tonight of a game where a team does everything right. Fluid offense, lockdown defense. It's the kind of game you wish you could play every night.
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
San Antonio calls timeout.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
And they say it's a players' league. How much do you think, Brent, does coaching make? What kind of difference does it make in the NBA compared to other leagues? And how much is it motivating players, the main job of a coach?
Some of the best coaches in our league, Kevin, aren't really the X's and O's guys that can draw up a play in a timeout. It's about massaging the character of your team, being able to take the pulse of your team and the temperature of your team. Yeah, and during the right times during the season, be able to activate maybe your brain in a different way and get you out of the monotony of what an 8-month season is about. So some of the more creative minds in our game are not the X's and O's guys, but the ones who try to do a little something different just to tweak you, to keep you engaged and make sure they get the best out of you.
Great insight. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Parker with it. Now defended by Warren. Nobody near Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight. Suns leading by 19. Young passes to Chris. Back to Young. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Parker's running. Second chance shot. And it's Aldridge missing.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
Nailed from three-point land.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Chris. Again, Phoenix.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
No question. You have one team firing on all cylinders. The other one can't even get out of the garage.
San Antonio with the ball after the Suns pick up 2. Gasol kicks to Leonard. 5 on the clock. And it's Aldridge missing.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
And another three from Herrera. Prez has got 33 points.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. Prez, number 1.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Aldridge a screen. Warren against Leonard. Here's Gasol.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And Young kicks to Prez. Three-pointer drilled by Prez. You know Young was looking to send it his way.
And the chemistry between Orange Juice to make that play happen is just exceptional.
Here's Parker. Passes it to Gasol. Young with the steal. To the inside. Chris throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Son LaMarcus Aldridge.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
The Suns have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Pau Gasol. And the Suns making a change here as well. Booker's checked in. So it's the Spurs now. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge with a screen on Booker. Over in the corner, Green. They can't stop the run with that one.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one. And I bet he can't either.
And just watching Devin Booker out there, he looks so complete as a shooting guard already. You can see why this team, this Phoenix team, is so excited about his prospects going forward.
Yeah, I mean, and Booker is just a complete package, and with a lot of room to grow his game. I mean, a great shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc, and he's shown that he can be creative in finding ways to put points on the board. Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Now here's Parker. Not a lot of room. Now the dish to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Suns.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that he's buried something from there, but still, there's got to be a better option.
And he knocks down the jumper. Leonard's got 9. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better, and Pop always challenged me. He came to me and he said, you know, good players, they can have a great season, but the great players, they have many great seasons. So he said, what you want to be?
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows Pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Once they get out there in the open court, the speed and athleticism just takes over. Not much you can do to stop it.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor.
Too easy out here.
Herrera in at point guard. Chris is out there with Williams. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Young in at the 2 spot. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Rockets lit up the floor. He had an incredible number of points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
All right, David, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, that's got to be a consideration. He was extremely worn down because of that load that he carried, but he's elite. I don't expect that from him. We'll see what he's got tonight.
But they get it back.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
6 to shoot. Ginobili against Young to end the run, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Suns have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. But put back.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And San Antonio shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. It's stolen by Prez. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the
I didn't change teams.
tonight for the Suns.
And really, it's been the guards who have powered them into this.
I'm still playing with the same people.
They say it's a big man's league, but tonight it's all about the little guys.
Young with the steal. And there's the feed to Prez. Takes the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Prez has got 45 points.
It was orange before. It's their team colors. The jerseys changed per game.
Spurs working the ball around now. Outside Leonard. He feeds it to Lee. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Dedmon. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Ginobili can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Mills kicks to Dedmon. Passes to Ginobili. Young with the steal. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. Young with the pass, and Prez with the finish. Nice play.
And you know Prez will finish that play. And more importantly, Young knows that Prez will finish that. Nice score from Orange Juice.
Lee dishes to Ginobili. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Tries to snap the cold streak. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. They're shooting 5 for 8.
And yeah, I get it. The goal defensively is to keep Kawhi from getting looks inside, but hey, you try that.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has
Yeah, the Phoenix Suns, their colors are purple, orange, and I think red, or not red, but gray or black.
Since the start of the second quarter. Ginobili with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. And it's Leonard missing.
Very lazy defense there, but luckily they got bailed out by the missed shot. He won't miss many of those opportunities.
And Young kicks to Prez. 3-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, it's they call him Prez. You can change the nickname, but I just left it standard.
They get a hand on it, and Prez with a clear path to the hoop, and finish off by Prez.
They still know my last name though, like that's my actual last name. They know it. They actually say it.
Lee outside. Ginobili outside. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Leonard. Launches it. Again, Leonard missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one's good by Herrera.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without
any
thought, without any.
In this game, in the career mode, you and your buddy are considered a team called Orange Juice. And whenever you have enough assists with each other, it activates, and then you can do like special moves and stuff with him.
And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Tony Parker's checked in for the Spurs. And a change for the Suns. Len's checked in. Here's Booker. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Poked loose. Here's Len. Finished off the break. Len's got his first 2 points.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
It's stolen by Prez. And finished off by Prez.
And when Prez gets room to run, the D is toast. I mean, a fantastic finisher in transition.
Now, here's Parker. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And finished off by Prez.
Now, this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
But why not? These guys are so completely locked in and in rhythm. Hard to remember the last time they missed.
Here's Parker. It's stolen by Prez. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
But yeah, see, look at this. Well, I guess it doesn't show it in game. Or does it?
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
For Phoenix,
I was going to say, look, I've got it on the highest setting, but it doesn't show it in game.
Prez, no good on the free throw. Brent, I know you're interested in coaching. You've been approached by several teams in the league. You see some coaches who like to do platoon substitutions, others who prefer to stagger minutes and blend starters with reserves. Put on your coach's hat here for a second. How would you approach that?
Well, I think it has to do with who you have on your team.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way to say I'll be a platooning coach no matter who it is that I have, because your first 5 may be good and your second 5 may be like the guys I play open gym with, and you don't want those guys in the game. So I'm always in favor of keeping one of your main stars on the floor as a conduit and the guy who can keep the rhythm of the offense going, help guys out, establish some confidence, and then swapping those guys out. And then obviously in crunch time, you're putting your best 5 on the floor to go at another team. But a lot of coaches have differing views on that. I love the fact that you can platoon guys. I'm not liking the wholesale
5 for 5.
5 for 5 shift change. We won't do that.
Okay.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
You just like SA because it's SA on there.
Perez gets rolling. He is so hard to stop.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, after suffering a hip injury at Texas, DeMarcus Aldridge spent 2 months shooting from a chair, and his form improved dramatically. Now his go-to move is his fadeaway high-release jumper. It's an unstoppable shot, and Aldridge is so confident in it, he says, once the shot's up, I'm getting back on D. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He's got a great touch. The Spurs have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Parker kicks to Leonard.
Hey, the little blue arrow is who I'm supposed to defend. If they leave him defenseless, that's theirs. That's not me.
Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
The shot. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And how about the precision there of Prez, keeping his balance and getting the shot off despite the obvious contact.
Pau Gasol has checked in for the Spurs. Aldridge comes in for David Lee. And the Suns making a change here as well. TJ Warren, he's checked in for Chris. Now here's Aldridge. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago. Here's Gasol. Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And finished off by Prez.
And Prez just rocking the rim on that one. He is an outstanding dunker.
San Antonio's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Parker with it. Covered by Herrera. Poked away. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
Yeah, he's in a rhythm in the best way. You have to stay up in his chest, or he's just going to ruin you from deep.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 14. Dishes it to Aldridge.
He's supposed to be Mr. President, is what they call him, the president of basketball, I guess.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm. Move the ball.
Here's Herrera. No good on the buzzer beater.
Damn it, I wasn't close enough to the line.
The first half. Phoenix.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you like and not like about how your team has played so far?
Not too many turnovers, but I think we've got a decent pace.
Thanks for your time, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Good work, guys. Nicely done.
Not on me. That's on them.
Go after the game. Burgers or tacos?
That was the coach for the other team.
Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. Now stay focused, guys. Let's win this game and go home.
Greg Popovich, or Papa Bitch, is the coach for the Spurs.
Now it's been a one-sided
I'm on the
affair
Suns.
so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
Well, ending a game with a double-double is typically a good night. Ending the half with one, well, that's some amazing work.
Spurs shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. And it's Gasol, and at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
And as soon as Parker catches
Yeah, that's the other team's jerseys is bland white or gray.
Love to see the confidence on display there.
Whenever we're on home court, they wear all of our colors.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Well, the Spurs have 3 future Hall of Famers. There's no doubt about it. And even with the acquisition of LaMarcus Aldridge, there's no question who is the Spurs' best player. It is Kawhi Leonard. Quietly, he's made that leap into superstar status. Although, don't ask him about it because he won't tell you anything.
Here's Aldridge after the Suns pick up 2. Parker passes to Gasol. Young with the steal. Over in the corner, Warren. Back to Young. He kicks it to Prez. Here's the 3. That one, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Damn it, I missed my first actual shot.
Kawhi Leonard has now thrust himself into the conversation for the league's best player.
It's pretty amazing. A finals MVP and the defensive player of the year before he ever made the All-Star game. Sometimes the fan recognition comes a lot slower when you're down there in the heart of Texas and San Antonio, but the numbers don't lie. His impact goes way beyond the box score.
So it's the Spurs now. Phoenix able to drain the 3. He dishes it to Aldridge. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Absolutely not. Bottom line is the D has to do everything it can to prevent him from getting that deep.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Outside for Gasol. The 3-pointer off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Chris. It's good.
Well, he is a huge reason why they have this lead.
Yep. I missed everything.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. As the NBA, Brent, becomes more and more of a skill game where versatility is so valuable, you certainly fit that description as a player. Do you like the way the game is going in that regard?
I do like it, Kevin, and I'll return a question to you and ask you if you think that the skills of the players are just more honed than they were maybe 25, 30 years ago because of their availability to these specialized coaches. This was not the way it was for that generation of players.
Excellent point, but have the rules even enhanced it more that players can show more of their skills now?
Yeah, there's no question about it that the league has tended to go towards being able to allow guys freedom of movement, off-ball movement. The flow of the game is much better. The 3-point shot, as we've talked about at length, has opened up the floor, and you get to see the grace and athleticism of some of the game's best.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Here's Herrera. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And some of that discrepancy is due to better shot selection. It's really that simple. But I also think they've made more contested shots.
The 11-footer. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Prez in the mid-range looking very, very comfortable, showing off his shooting ability right there.
And Mills kicks to Green. Will it go? And Aldridge the basket on the assist from Green. 6 points for Aldridge.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Chris passed to Chandler. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. To the middle. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Well, you can tell right now.
I honestly have no idea what the hell they have.
Find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon's.
Yay, finally I can end the game. Oh, damn it.
Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Herrera, he's in at the point. Young is out there with Williams. Then there's Len, and it's Knight in at the 2. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Dedmon kicks to Ginobili. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Prez. From past the arc, another 3 for Phoenix.
And since the start of the 4th quarter, that 3-point shot has just been there.
Well, they're doing a great job of.
Hell, I'm getting like 40 minutes a game, and I don't want to play that long.
That deep ball is a serious.
I liked it whenever I wasn't a starting player. That way I could come in at halftime and play, but
Answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now here's Prez. He's covered by Ginobili, and that one's good by Herrera.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2. And
yeah, exactly.
They've had the edge in this matchup. And what a
dude, we used to lose so many games. It was crazy.
He was able to manufacture offense tonight.
Made me cry.
When they had plays that broke down, or he had multiple defenders on him.
And what would suck is I'd come in at the end of it, and we'd already be so far behind, and I'd get like the last 10 minutes of the game. And I couldn't do shit about it. Because they wouldn't pass the ball to me because I wasn't making as many shots then either.
Well, doing things the right way and not letting up. Straight attack.
And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Simmons checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for David Lee.
I'm going to try to get the buzzer beater shot.
36 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Damn it.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
We all know what he can do from out there. At this stage, it might be better to body up Ginobili and force him to work harder and put it on the floor.
Launches it. It falls. And 3 more from Herrera.
You notice how the more we're winning, the more their stadium empties. I think that's pretty cool. Like everybody already said fuck it and went home.
Either the environment can affect you, or you can affect the
shoot the goddamn ball.
Just 5 to shoot from 13. And
I want to get a buzzer beater.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just
come on, come on, come on.
Definitely too late. The time to rally was when the game was in the balance. Now you're
there. We go.
Highlight reels.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
Man, I would have loved to have been a fly in the wall while the coach was talking to the team at halftime. They've been unconscious from deep.
Yeah, even when we started, like our stadium, whenever we come in, is completely packed to the wall. But even when we started here, there was a lot of empty seats. And the further along the game gets, the more we're winning, the more the seats empty. That's why there's hardly nobody in the stadium now. What the fuck are you doing? Move. I have no idea because I haven't seen the other team win at our stadium.
Thanks. You were unbelievable behind the arc tonight. Did it seem like you could score from anywhere on the floor?
In a way, yeah, man. Sometimes you get in that zone where you feel like every shot you put up's going in. And once you start hitting them, it just makes you want to put up more. Tonight, for me, they kept on dropping.
You keep shooting, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thanks for your time. Appreciate you.
All right, now.
Back to you, Kevin.
Listen, that's the kind of hustle I want to see out of you. From the tip-off to the last buzzer, intensity all the way. I like that. So keep that up.
Hey, Prez.
How you doing, man?
Squeeze! Orange juice?
Team effort.
Hey, man. Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
We put the whole thing together today. That's what we've been talking about, man.
Love it when a plan gets together. Whew.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game. Prez, is he human? I ask that in all seriousness because putting up those kind of points, not in the 50s or 60s, but 70s, no words can truly describe that level of pervasiveness.
Obviously a remarkable scoring effort, very rare. I was blown away by his ability to attack the defense. He saw everything out there happening before it happened. He had a crystal ball knowing what was going to go on. Great offensive performance.
I have to give a big nod to the impact he had through his defense. We know he can turn it up on D when he needs to, but tonight he turned it all the way up. Wow.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Yeah. Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Yes. Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.
You may notice it's a little bit quiet in some of the scenes on here. It's because I've got all of the music turned off.
Nobody else want to?
Because YouTube doesn't like that very much.
They gonna trade you, man?
Who knows, Ice?
They can't trade you guys. You guys are the future of the team. You the Florida Oranges or the Nectarines, whatever, man. Or orange juice. They can't trade you guys.
Ice, chill, bro.
Well, I can't speak my mind in the shop. It's the shop. Why can't I talk about what I want to talk about?
No, relax. We're not focused on that right now.
I mean, you're right, Ice. They're making a mistake, man. Me and Just are like the Jordan and Pippen 2.0.
Hey, man, look, it's all good. Everybody knows I want to stay here, so I guess it's up to them.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
See what happens.
We want you here. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man. I mean, I don't know what it would be like getting a haircut someplace else.
And I can't really afford to lose the business, so.
That's what this is about for you, right?
No, it's basketball reasons. It's also business reasons.
That makes
I'm
sense.
a barber, man. I do this for a living.
Well, if I ever get traded, I'll tell you, I'll come back here just to get my haircut.
Well, that would be logistically
Sounds
stupid for you.
Then I'll fly you out.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, fly me out. That makes more sense. Thanks, man.
I stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Right now I'm streaming on YouTube too. And Twitch, they don't really care about music. A lot of streamers, they'll actually play music during their streams. They'll have it coming from YouTube. But on YouTube, if there's any music at all, they'll keep me from making any money on my videos. Yeah, it's an upgrade that I bought. I bought the neon backboards, the floor. I bought that on the back. I'm supposed to get another gem at some point that looks different than this. These are all my awards. I've got 5 Player of the Weeks and God knows how many Player of the Games. I'll show you the jerseys now, what I was talking about. I can actually change what jerseys we have. Like, we have white, we have, I don't know if that's purple or blue, black, orange. That's the one you saw me wearing before. I think those are all blue. Now these are all set. This is what they've all worn before in real life. I actually had to earn this. Whenever I first started playing in career, they wouldn't let me do this. But I met with the team owner, which is one of my perks that he gave me because I met with him and took a private jet ride with him.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season.
Yeah, it seems kind of weird that there would be one person on the entire team that chooses all the jerseys, but it's the way they designed it, so it's whatever.
Aren't far away from perhaps making a serious run.
Normally I don't change the jersey, but I don't know.
I know you guys, especially Kenny over there, think this is a small ball league now, but I'm still a firm believer of inside out. They still need a consistent inside threat to take them to that next level, in my opinion. You know, they got some big-time scoring at the guard spots, but they have trouble with teams that work inside out.
Well, I don't think there's a big difference between the Raptors and elite teams. I think they have everything that they need. You know, Kyle Lowry, you know, DeRozan, and the rest of that cast have really put together a nice run. I like this team.
And that is that. Just about time to tip this thing off. We'll see you later.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. We have an interconference showdown here in Phoenix, where the Suns will be playing host. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. Last season, they split the series with each team able to win on the road.
An interconference game here, just a two-game season
Nope,
series.
only YouTube and Twitch comments.
Expect both squads to bring their A game to both matches.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
See, this is our stadium. It's packed wall to wall.
He is a great dribble penetrator, but three-pointers are not his focus. He said, I feel like I can get to the basket at will, so it feels like settling. Instead, I could have gotten fouled, got free throws, or an easier shot. I'm not discrediting the three-pointer at all. I know I can shoot it. I just don't. Kevin?
And three-pointers certainly on the rise. We'll see if he sticks to his guns. DA, thank you. So Phoenix will get the first possession. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and DeRozan, the core of this team at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Ibaka, and it's Tucker in at the three.
The Raptors has embraced a physical style of play. Strong on the glass, forcing a lot of turnovers, and offensively, they live at the free throw line.
Really a heads-up play on both ends.
Notice how they sound a lot more lively, too.
I don't know what I like better, the steal that started it off or the instant offense.
Here's Lowry following the basket by Prez. Here's Chris. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Herrera. Another three for Phoenix. And as you always say, the Raptors play tough, but they also play under control.
That's the key. They force turnovers and they draw fouls, but don't commit them at the other end. The sign of a well-coached team, it gives them a huge advantage.
Offensive rebound outside for Lowry. Knocks it loose. Ibaka dishes to Lowry. Can they get it? Tucker can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And that one's good by Herrera.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And the Raptors off to a slow start. 11-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Damn, I already made them take a timeout.
Too often, just one of those days for them, I guess.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe.
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Outside Lowry. And pushing it up is Phoenix. Suns again in transition. And there it is for him. Perez has got 15.
This team is rolling right now. Still haven't missed a shot.
DeRozan against Young. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Rejected by Herrera.
Look at Perez rise up with a timely block. So good at reading the opposition and getting high with those rejections.
And a huge lead here early to start.
The game plan is working to perfection so far. Didn't take them any time to get into rhythm.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw tonight. That's good from Chris. The Raptors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Now here's Perez. Defense is right there. Sinks the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
So for Phoenix, their last game a win against San Antonio.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
That's what you hope to see every game. When it all comes together like that, it's really fun to watch.
Here's Herrera, following the score by Serge Ibaka, and that one's good by Herrera.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Dwayne Casey's one of those guys. Watching him coaching his Raptors, he has passion on the sideline. He works extremely hard. He's such a competitor, pacing up and down the sideline. Dwayne Casey is a hard worker.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
He's already given them all sorts of problems. He hasn't needed any time to settle into this one.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
I love when a team comes out and establishes a three-point shot. Opens up the drive for later on.
Phoenix leading by 21, and Young kicks to Warren. Another. One falls for Phoenix.
It's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is.
We're just gonna say screw YouTube for right now.
It's looking good so far.
Make it funner.
They have their offense intact right now.
DeRozan passes to Ibaka. Tucker. A three-pointer, no good. And Phoenix has possession, and the pass to Herrera.
What the fuck?
Now running, there comes Lowry pushing the ball up. A pull-up. It's deflected. And now the Suns, a fast break.
Get dunked on, bitch. Damn it.
2 points. Perez has got 23 points.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be over the PA, but it's not. So we're going to turn that back down.
But pick their defense apart. They're completely.
It doesn't match the game.
Outside Lowry. Score the
Son of a bitch.
after missing his first attempt.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
Chris pass to Herrera. Pulls from the top of the key, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk.
It sound better if it was just coming over the PA, but not like right in your headset.
I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Remember, you're my Pippen, and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
He's everything. He's tough. He's defensive-minded. He can score when he needs to. You know, he's a guy that will pick up some stuff here and there. Boy, his calling card is defense and toughness.
It is. It is.
He would be tough, wouldn't he?
It would.
He'd make you better if he was in practice against
I think he
you,
is.
wouldn't he, huh?
You like those type of guys
Yeah,
if, you're on your, if they're on your team.
Yes.
The fuck are they doing?
Here's DeRozan. Nice spin off the left rim and in. DeRozan's got 6.
He's as consistent as they come on offense. It's really a luxury to have him on your team.
On the wing, and it drops once again. A bucket from Herrera.
Yeah, apparently.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
They said I'm making it look so easy, they want to try it.
Young against DeRozan.
Maybe they can have multi-million-dollar contracts.
Time on the assist from DeRozan. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Don't throw it back to me, you fucking idiot. I'm glad you weren't across the line.
Now recovering, knocks down the 3-ball. And that's now 30 points for Fred.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Rosen dishes to Tucker. Screened by Valanciunas.
Yeah, multi-million.
Launches a 3. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Kyle Lowry with
The fuck
great
off
vision
me.
and court awareness on that play. What a pass.
Buries the long-range jumper. 33 points for Fred.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Lowry with the ball. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Warriors.
I want to dunk.
He really made a concerted effort to help
Stop
in the
it.
rebounding department. He made his presence felt on the boards.
The Raptors have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. The dish to DeRozan. Screened by Ibaka. DeRozan. That's good.
I could have blocked that.
If you can get a good screen for DeRozan on a pick and roll, more often than not, he'll convert it. Great body control.
Perez kicks to Young. Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now, here's Lowry. A good portion of the
Dunk
scoring
it.
has come from him. He
Damn
averages
it.
more than 18 points a game.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
The Raptors
Oh, that's
making a
bullshit.
switch here. Joseph's checked in.
And really, Perez is a fantastic player, a true leader on the floor who his teammates look up to.
And DeRozan kicks it to Tucker. From outside, off the mark.
Look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Just been a rough quarter shooting the basketball.
Easy to see who's going to win that.
Yeah, I meant to show you that. I forgot to show you again. Damn it.
Like that, because the reason why, he's a deadly finisher in the transition game.
God damn it, I slapped him on the head.
The Suns making a switch here. Booker's
Get back down, bitch.
And Toronto has possession.
Nope.
Here's Joseph. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
The D gave him too good of a look right there. He rose up and knocked it down easily.
And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, plays solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench.
Come on, I gotta make this free throw.
Best in the game and making that happen. Most teams
There we
will be
go.
happy with him as a starter.
Toronto's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
Take the ball.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Suns.
And really, it's been the guards who have powered them into this substantial lead. They say it's a big man's league, but tonight it's all about the little guys.
1:41 left in the first quarter.
Give me the ball.
Pass to Dallas.
Son of a bitch.
Here's Tucker.
And their three-point shot is just off the mark to start the game.
Off target from three-point range. Count that one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
To the middle. It's deflected. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Prez. He's averaging 46 points, just over 7 steals and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
Young in the corner. And Young just drilling the three there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Young against DeRozan. Tipped away. Ibaka with a screen on Young. Over to the left wing. Shot by Joseph. No good.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Floats it up for Young, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Here's Joseph. They can't stop the run with that one. And look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
And you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella.
Now DeRozan. 8 points for him.
Quit running the timer out.
Screen by Valanciunas.
Give me the fucking ball.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. No good on that last second attempt there. And the buzzer
Son of a
sounds,
bitch.
and the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Phoenix ahead, running away with it. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Joseph, born in Toronto.
Whenever this game's over with, I'll show you the difficulty, and I need to look at my minutes too to see how many minutes I've got in game.
Oh, I played a big part in that. You know, ever since I was growing up, I was a Toronto Raptors fan. You know, growing up, watching them, you know, just having it in my dreams, me and my brother, and, you know, Tristan, Mike, all those guys playing together, just knowing if we get the opportunity, you know, just trying to make the best out of it.
And having won a championship with the Spurs in 2014, you wonder how much of Joseph's experience can carry over to help the Raptors.
You know, it's always good to have rings in the locker room, especially for big games. And what I like about Joseph is that he's just now starting to realize his potential.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Suns, this has been the game they wanted to have.
They've been a well-oiled machine offensively thus far.
Little to no errors whatsoever, and they just keep getting better.
Pereira in at point guard. Chris is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Chandler, and it's Young in at the 2-go. Who's out there for
Are you fucking serious?
He has to be somewhat careful now. 2 fouls in the first half. Doesn't want to pick up a third if he can help it.
Williams, he's checked in for Phoenix. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Spurs was all business. Just an incredible number of points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. Very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. You know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Dave.
Want to do an alley-oop? Come on, get up there.
Have a lot of great games.
God damn it, are you serious?
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
I am looking forward to watching this game.
Attempt number 2.
Here's Herrera.
Go, get up there.
After the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Tips it up.
There you go.
Prez is always thinking one step ahead. His ability to see the floor and spot his teammates is incredible.
Raptors have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Lowry drives in, and it's blocked.
Rejected. Got your ass.
Williams passes to Herrera. And there it is.
And still made it, bitch.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
They have a huge advantage.
Gonna miss this though.
Points today. Reason why they have guys who want to get out and run.
And Phoenix making a change. Hines checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Patterson's checked in, and the call will be against Prez.
Are you
His
serious?
first foul of the game. And now to our rookie leader for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. Prez, number 1. Justice Young is second.
The stretch that these two youngsters have had defensively has been great. I mean, really
No, it wouldn't be difficult for me to do free throws if I had the shot meter on, because then I could tell when I should release the ball, but I don't have the shot meter turned on. I've got all of that turned off.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
They look like they're having some fun out there today, but it's always easy to enjoy it when you have a big lead.
Now here is Lowry.
Don't get.
Here's Herrera, and finish off by Prez.
And really like how Prez.
If I had the shot meter on, I could see where to release the ball. I just don't have it on. Because I wanted to have as minimal of stuff on as possible, but there's some shit I can't turn off, like where it shows my name up here at the top and how many points I've got. I can't turn that off. There's a few things I can't turn off. I don't know why.
And they get it, and it's blocked by Herrera.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well. The exact opposite is what's happening.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Buries it from three-point range.
And really can't fault the D there. Prez just torching them with better offense.
Now here is Lowry, covered by Herrera. Lowry can't get that one to fall.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
It really helps when you're making shots, and they are making everything.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Move.
Nothing is falling for them right now. That could have been a huge bucket.
Young dishes to Prez. You look at that great two-man play from Prez and Young.
I don't like this camera.
Well, you know Young likes to get the ball to Prez when he can, and he found him in a good spot.
Here's Lowry. Happy to see that one go in after missing 6 of his 9 shots today.
When you are Lowry's size, you need to have a strong floater, and that was a beauty he just put up.
The one thing we know about Lowry, he isn't afraid of the big moment, for better or for worse. And Steve, when there is a game-deciding possession, he makes sure to either take the shot or certainly be active in the play.
What you love about Kyle Lowry is that he has a short memory. A bad play or missed shot does not deter him. He comes right back figuring he can make the next play, and he makes a lot of big shots for his team.
Here is Lowry, following the score by Phoenix. Here's DeRozan, 11 feet out, and he hits it. DeRozan's got 13 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Alley-oop, don't get rejected.
To the inside,
Oh, you son of a bitch.
But excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Powell kicks to DeRozan. Phoenix grabs the miss.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Shots good from Young.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Dives for it, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Cleveland. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And of course, Toronto, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And I think for Toronto, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it. It's stolen by Prez. And he lays it up and in.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Deflects the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And we take a look here at the shot chart.
And looking at this shot chart, you can't help but feel that this entire team has played passively on offense. There has been little to nothing going on at the rim or in the paint for that matter. And when you don't attack the defense and put pressure on them down low, you're making life far too easy on them.
It's stolen by Prez. And here we go. Suns running again. And the call will be against Prez. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Phoenix ahead, just dominating this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Shit.
David.
Hey, thanks very much. A double-double already at halftime. What's been the key to get you going?
Well, from where I sit, it's really been about the team picking me up. It's easy to get a double-double early on when you got four guys out there, you know, laying it all on the line to help you succeed.
Well, at least I haven't been kicked out of the game yet. I got kicked off of that quarter, though. It'd be nice if they kicked me off the game, though, because then I wouldn't have to play. The game would be over with. I hate playing long games.
Bring it in. Have a seat.
I set it to 10 minutes thinking that it'd be better for stream, but I think I'm going to tank it back to 6 minutes like it was. Now they're probably going to make me play all of the last 2 quarters.
But there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Give me the damn ball.
Game from Fred.
He's just been
terrific. Give me. I want to dunk it.
He's played like
You son of a bitch.
Right now, and his team is thriving as a result.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
Oh, really? That's fucked up. Nope.
Out there with Jonas Valanciunas.
Yes, he missed.
In at the small forward position.
Pass me the fucking ball.
On the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
You got to give it up to Prez. His ability to score the ball in a
Yeah, I'm going to take this game back down to like 5
so
minutes.
dangerous.
That way it's only 20 minutes the whole game if I have to play it. Instead of 40 like it is now. Shit.
You know what? I went out and got me
I
a
tripped.
nice SUV.
My laces were
I loved
untied.
it, Kevin.
Good for
Had
you.
some rims, put a little music in there. That was bumping.
How about that? I guess
That's me.
that's something you always dream about. When you get that kind of a chance to be drafted that high, nationally known player.
But I think also for me, getting a chance to send my mom and dad on a special trip. That was one of those. It wasn't the first, but it was special.
Yeah, it was the leg.
And here's Tucker, following T.J. Warren's three. Ball's knocked loose.
Dunk it on your ass.
And the shot
Oh.
he's fouled, and it's a chance for
Why you pushing me, bro?
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight.
Okay, I gotta make this.
The Suns shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And as a team,
Are you
down around
fucking kidding me?
for the season.
Now here's Lowry.
Give me the ball
He's
back.
got 6. Ball's knocked loose. Tucker the pass to Lowry. Six on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Lowry. 7th in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Outside Lowry. That's tipped. Young with the steal. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. And finish off by Prez.
That's just all energy. Young really a pest on defense with his quick instincts.
It's stolen by Prez.
No, ready for another one.
By himself. And finish off by Prez.
And all of a sudden you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Better hang on to that ball. I'm gonna take it again.
This team down the stretch in the 3rd quarter.
My
I
ball.
love when teams get hot
Shit.
right before the 4th.
My ball.
It's stolen by Prez. And finish off by Prez.
Gotta like whenever Prez dunks it on a drive, just powering it home.
The Raptors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the 2nd half. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lowry's got 8 points.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
Got that one up quick. Nice release there from Prez to knock down the triple.
I love his form. I mean, it's so repeatable and clean in terms of the release. Just great stuff from Prez.
Now here is Lowry. 8 points for him. And there's Prez on the assist from Young. Young's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Here's Tucker. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. That shot misses. Chandler with the defensive effort.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
Chris gets the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Toronto, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Herrera, and finish off by Prez.
I mean, an outstanding read by Prez. So good at getting out in transition.
And the Raptors shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Prez. Here's Warren. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
They done fucked up now.
Got 5 points in the quarter.
And it's all one-way traffic.
They ain't getting no more points.
They have been lights out offensively.
This was a case of one man getting hot, and then it gets contagious.
Nope.
And spreads
Shit.
throughout the entire team.
Fuck.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
And one thing DeMar DeRozan, Steve, has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big, usually something a point guard does, but DeRozan is very deadly in that set.
I love him because he's comfortable handling the basketball out top, does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll, gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
So it's Toronto now. following the score by Phoenix. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
You know, that's hard to
I know,
explain
right?
That play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
I should be doing way better than this. Shit, that was my guy.
From outside. And again, Toronto no up. Phoenix has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
Just so efficient on the catch and shoot there. You gotta love how Prez just squares up and delivers.
Now here's Tucker. Inside. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his second bucket tonight. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking.
What?
And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Cheating ass motherfuckers.
Outside DeRozan.
Give me the ball. It's my ball anyways. Get back.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Toronto needs to get off his shot. Tucker. And he's good on the 3-ball. Tucker's got 6.
Beautiful screen right there from Valanciunas. He is not an easy guy to get around.
Here's Herrera. 3-pointer drilled by Prez. You know Young was looking to send it his way.
And the chemistry between Orange Juice to make that play happen is just exceptional.
Floats it up for Young. And look at the alley-oop land from Orange Juice. Great connection on that pass.
There wasn't any doubt that play would be finished by them. That great stuff from Prez and Young.
Raptors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. It's stolen by Prez. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Young on the follow. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another turnover there leading to a basket.
Now here's Lowry. He's covered closely. Outside DeRozan to stop the run. Ibaka, no luck.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Valanciunas on the double team. Herrera passes to Young. Fast break Toronto. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Prez. Left
Trip
side
up.
Lowry.
Trip up.
Knocked loose.
Oh.
And now Warren running the floor all by himself. And finished off by Prez.
And what about the vertical?
You can't
press
refuse.
there, just leaping up for the forceful slam.
Young against DeRozan. Lets it fly from 18. And again, no good by Toronto. Phoenix has gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
I was taking a nap, I guess.
3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Here's Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
He's always one step ahead of the game. Passes like that show off his court vision.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line
bitch.
that time.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Booker, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. And then for Toronto, Damari Carroll's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
It's crucial that Prez make these outside jumpers. It really opens up everything else for his teammates.
Now here's Joseph, defended by Herrera. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Here's Carroll. The Suns getting the bucket. kicks it loose. It's stolen by Prez. And pushing it up is Phoenix. Suns again in transition. And finished off by Prez.
And Prez is never bashful about attacking the rack. When he sees space, he sprints towards it.
DeRozan against Young. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
To the fucking shit.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
Williams, he's checked in for Phoenix. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Joseph. No good from outside. Williams kicks to Prez. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
Simply astounding work inside. Prez getting the ball in his sweet spot.
What do you mean, cheat?
Doing his thing down there.
Outside DeRozan. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And as we can... Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're cutting harder, they're running harder, they're playing defense on us harder down here. We're kind of tiptoeing on our cuts. We got to up our level.
And Dwayne Casey imploring his guys to put forth a greater effort. Feels they're getting out hustled.
That's right. I mean, the one thing coaches can...
Game over.
Some changes for
Phoenix.
Shit. Young comes in for Booker, and Herrera's subbed in for Knight. Toronto's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
It's bad when the game trolls you.
Hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Prez.
You have to say, wow, at his offensive output in this game. He was using all sorts of methods to score the basketball. The different ways he attacked, based on the defensive look they showed him, was a thing of beauty.
Herrera, he's in at point guard. Young is out there with Williams. Then it's Ulis, and it's Len in at center. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Another win for you guys. Not much going wrong at this point in the season. How big is it to have some momentum right now?
You know, man, it's just nothing much for us. You know, we're used to winning streaks. We're used to winning. So streaks, not a big deal, you know? The only time we make a big deal out of something is if we lose, because that's the real surprise with this squad.
I guess that's what you're striving for, right? Perfection.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Congratulations. Back to you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
that's what I'm saying. If I'm not playing, it's like the whole fucking team just dies. I don't know what the hell happens. Like, I've had a game where we had like 50 to like 48. Came back and they was at 100 and we was like 70.
See you later.
Got to get a look at that game film. I've been feeling there's a lot to learn. Oh, hey, the Prez is in the building. Wow.
Hey, Jess, you look like you're ready to play another game, man.
Double header like baseball? That sounds legit.
I just don't know how you keep all the energy up, man. You were doing everything out there tonight. Assists, steals, shots, defense. I mean, how do you... I don't get tired. I told you, I don't get tired. That's why I like you, man. Just saying. That's why I respect you, man. I look up to you because you just have this, I don't know what it is. Xavier!
Keep going, Perez. Keep going.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game. Prez, is he human? I ask that in all seriousness because putting up those kind of points, not in the 50s or 60s, but... And that'll do it for this edition of the...
Alright, now time to look at the difficulty and how many minutes a game I'm getting. Ooh, I got another day with the team owner. Awesome. I wonder what he'll give me this time. Alright, options. Oh, I hit the wrong damn thing. Game difficulty. Oh yeah, I gotta change this back to 6 minutes. I'll change it to 5. Yeah, I know. 5's the lowest I can go. But yeah, see, it's on Hall of Fame, which is the highest you can go. And I need to see what my minutes are. I'm getting 32 minutes a game out of a 40-minute game. Are you serious? They always want to hang out whenever I've got other shit I've got to do. Like right now I have this meeting. And that guy hanging out with me was going to cut into that meeting. Because I have to meet with my sponsors. Like this guy, next week at 2. What's at 2 o'clock? I'm already hanging out with LeBron James, so I can't. Now I get to see what the team owner is going to give me this time. So now I get to choose the intro music and arena sounds. Okay. Oh, we're not going to tell YouTube about this one. Our little secret. I'm going to go ahead and leave the jersey default this time.
2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Plenty of excitement as we count down to tip-off here on 2K Sports. A little New Year's Eve hoops. This is very, very
When's
festive.
the countdown begin?
5,
4,
3, 2.
It is. It's very rapey.
In this game, we'll see the Utah Jazz against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, it's been a very successful first half of the season for them. When the opportunity to win a ball game has been there for them, they have grabbed it over and over. And the Suns have gone back to their up-tempo style, a lot of 7 seconds or less type of play last season. Is this a good look for them?
Well, it's part of franchise history. Started with Steve Nash and Marty Stoudemire, the Brazilian blood.
Do you feel like the join me in Discord's coming up too often?
They've proven that when you play big games at the up-tempo style, you can win a lot of games like that.
Or is it spread out enough like if the chat was actually moving a lot more?
No question. Paul Westphal, back in those days, in the Van Arsdale brothers. I mean, this has been a history of playing in the Valley of the Sun, up-tempo, and they're doing it again this year.
Do you think I can toss to Kevin Harlan in 7 seconds or less?
You should, yeah.
You can.
Well, count it down for me.
7, 6.
Now time to go to Kevin Harlan
4
as they get ready
3, 2,
for the opening
1.
tip.
I think it's 15 or 20, I'm not sure.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up.
You see how empty their stadium is compared to ours? Now watch as the game goes along. It's going to get emptier and emptier.
Welcome everyone to Salt Lake City, Utah. It's the home of the Jazz. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
And seeing where Utah is, they fought awfully hard this season, and they've got the results to show for it. It's been a breakout year for this group.
Yeah, no doubt.
I wouldn't be surprised if it got to a point where we go to a game and there's like that one diehard fan sitting out in the stadium all by himself.
Here we are. We're New Year's Eve together. No better celebration than watching the NBA basketball game in front of us and being together as a crew.
Oh, this is the absolute best. We work with the best in the business. We're watching the best in the business. Happy New Year's, everybody.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Herrera in at point guard. Chandler out there with Chris. And it's Young. And it's Warren in at the small forward. They grab their own miss. Nice shot by Gobert.
And they get the first bucket.
Let's see if this gets their offense humming early on.
The three, and he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Herrera. You talk about players in the NBA who go out of their way for their fans. Trez is right at the top of the list. Always makes time to connect with his backers.
You have to like a guy that knows that it is all about the fans. And it speaks volumes about Prez to be able to always find time to reach out and connect with his fans.
What are you going to be doing that on?
The D there. Prez just torching them with better offense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Fallout 3.
Johnson the screen. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz.
I've got Fallout 4.
Possession. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Too bad it's not actually multiplayer or anything.
Before the game, I asked him about the challenge of playing against a team that's so smart and under control.
Need to get 7 Days to Die and play with me, Dark, and Savage.
Execution. No miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And since they're down 1-0 in the season series, they'll have to do that really well tonight.
Thanks, David. So keeping the opposing shooters in check, guys, they're making that a very high priority right now.
I think that's smart. I mean, you have to identify what your opponent's strengths are, and he's done it correctly.
Yeah, me, Savage, and Dark play on it.
Shooting the ball, they can put points on the board in a hurry.
Shit, motherfucker.
In bunches.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first.
4 up, 4 down. Nice way to start this one.
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game.
And the Utah Jazz, with all their young talent, a team that's been on the cusp in the Western Conference, I mean, they felt they were ready to make a playoff push in acquiring some quality veteran leaders with George Hill, Joe Johnson, and Boris Diaw. I think is just what the doctor wanted.
Hey, it's streamers at their best, you know. We gotta make sure people stay.
You know, his rebounding was extremely impressive too. I mean, he snagged some huge boards out there.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Oh my God, am I ever going to make a free throw?
About 72% from the line.
And the Suns going through the
I used to make them all the time when I had my shot meter on.
6 seasons, Doris, and counting.
Well, think back to 2014, Kevin, when they win 48 games and still miss the playoffs. Tough break there. We've seen the conferences become
There's no such thing as an extra loot server.
A long time where good just wasn't good enough in the
Just somebody trying to get more people to their fucking servers.
After the miss from Joe Johnson, that one falls.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Hill passes to Johnson.
Like, oh yeah, 4x loot, high loot spawn, this, that. You can't change loot. You can't change loot spawn. You can't spawn in loot. You can't do shit.
17-3 run. And there's Prez on the assist by Warren. Prez has got 16.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense.
I like what I see out there, fellas.
I'm trying to get my first career season out of the way. That way I can see what all happens after it. Like, do I finally get my new gym? Do I get something else? What changes? Or does a team decide, hey, we like him, we're going to trade him off?
One of these young core players emerge as a superstar.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Hill, no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
He knows it. He just got locked into scoring mode and couldn't get out of it.
Count it, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Dishes it to Gobert. Outside Hill. Poke loose, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
They didn't want to sit next to me.
Now at some stats for Gordon Hayward.
That's all it was.
He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 18 points per, 5 assists.
I've been sweating a whole lot, you know.
He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful. And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And that one's good by Herrera.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Knocked loose. Chandler with the steal. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball.
And you got to give credit to Prez there. Puts forth a lot of energy on both ends of the floor.
The Suns have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. That one is off.
I guess one of them wanted to be my right-hand man.
It's been a true coaching carousel in Phoenix. 5 coaches
Make a fucking free throw. There you go. Jesus Christ, when it doesn't really count.
Orange juice. Hustle up. Take a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Remember, you're my Pippen.
Think he'd like them to play a bit more physical?
Utah's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. It's stolen by Prez. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And the 3-ball is good. Prez has got 25 points in the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Hayward gets it to go.
There you go.
Time for a buzzer beater.
Maybe that's the shot that gets him in rhythm.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Of course I walked back over the line. Why not? That way they can hold the ball for all fucking 18 seconds.
Outside Hill. Poked loose. It's stolen by Prez.
I want the buzzer beater. I want it. I want it. I want it.
And the call will be.
Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't even walk forward.
And really just a great play to sacrifice.
Oh my God, I quit. This is it. I'm done with this game.
Hayward. No
Fucking
good.
cheating ass motherfuckers. They knew I was going for the buzzer beater.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
You know, and until the defense closes off that lane to try and stop that, no reason to change strategies.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Suns, Herrera, he's in at the point. Booker out there with Williams. Then there's Len, and it's Young in at the shooting guard position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Raptors got the job done. He had an incredible number of points, and in addition to his
These shorter
scoring,
quarters
he also
are a lot
finished
better,
with a
though.
Season high in rebounds. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great job, Dave. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, we know by himself he can win a game for you. He has that kind of talent when he's at full capacity, and right now he couldn't be hotter.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
You know, makes it more impressive that it's on the road in front of a hostile crowd. This is terrific, terrific game.
Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it all.
What's this 100% shit?
Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they've each helped you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
As you go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to
now you gotta wait for the updates
from, right? Because a point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor. And then coaching, sure, you know, the heartbreak, the competitiveness, all the things that you pour your heart and soul in. But seriously, how lucky am I?
Well, you've got such respect from the viewers, from the listeners. It comes out every time you say something.
Thanks, Kev.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Oh, this game's almost over with, so.
Now here's Matt. He's covered by Herrera. It's stolen by Prez. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
And it doesn't matter how difficult the shot. The ball is finding the bottom of the net.
And Utah making a change here. Hill's checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Warren's checked in for Len. Hill with it. Now guarded by Prez. Hill kicks to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Jazz passing it around. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Booker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance.
More than that, because then you got the private games that don't show up.
And certainly the early surprise of the 2015 draft class, Doris, is Devin Booker. Number 13 overall. He could end up being one of the top 2 or 3 players in the entire draft class.
Well, I think, Kevin, for Booker, a lot of people slept on him because of his college team. Came out of Kentucky, and that team was loaded with talent, headlined by Karl Anthony Towns. He was actually the 4th player off that team to be drafted. Insane that he went just 13th.
Here's Hood, following the basket by Prez. Count it. Phoenix has gotten both of their 3-point attempts.
Yeah, it's a love or hate thing for me.
This one for 3.
One day I love it, the next day I hate it. Some bullshit happens sometimes, and then you're just like, what the fuck?
Selfish guy, and he was looking to get Prez the ball in that situation.
Tipped away. Outside Hood. Outside Hill. They get the rebound, and Gobert kicks to Ingles. And a wide open look for Hood, and he's good on the 3-ball. Hood's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now watch after halftime how empty the stadium gets.
Scoring again.
And it's great to see Prez in attack mode, just wanting to shoot the ball every time he's open.
I just have ADHD when it comes to games. Like, I can't play the same game more than a few days in a row. I have to switch it up. Otherwise, I get bored and I'll just never play it again.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Amazing. The quickness, the eye-hand coordination of these guys, extraordinary.
Now, here's Burks. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
That misses would have counted had it gone in. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided
affair. Yeah, exactly.
Phoenix ahead, delivering the blowout.
You hear the same damn song too many times, you just don't want to hear it anymore.
From the sideline. All right,
Kevin, thanks. Amazing offense in the first half. Where did that come from?
I don't really know, man. I was looking for chances to get my shot off, and, you know, I just happened to find them over and over in the first half.
But yeah, wait till we come back,
until then,
and you'll see how empty the stadium gets.
The change, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, back to you, Kevin.
All right, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels, and now they're playing like they're desperate. Now stay focused, guys. Let's win this game and go home.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense. and also terrific shot selection.
You know, he's getting the ball in a place where he can do something with it, and he hasn't had to force one thing. The game seems like it's coming to him naturally.
Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Johnson is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Hill in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
I think defensively, they've got to get their heads in the game. Judging by that play, they've come out of the locker room a little lethargic.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Utah wasn't going to let Gordon Hayward go to Charlotte. They matched that offer sheet a couple of years ago. And now he's growing into his role as the go-to offensive player for the Jazz. But it's his versatility that really makes him special. He said, I have to be active and have to affect all parts of the game in order for us to be a successful team. And indeed, Kevin, he does a little bit of everything.
Sure does. Thank you, D.A. Young passes to Herrera.
And though the Jazz are, you know, still developing that roster, they do have an identity. And the one area that's been constant for them is defense. Number 1 in the league a couple seasons
just
ago.
barely get the fucking ball in my hands and he fouls me.
As well. And so
he knew I was going to get that 3, so he's put me where I can't make a shot.
If you have one of those high-octane offenses.
And you know, an interesting thing about the Jazz defense, as proficient, Greg, as they've been, one wonders why the team hasn't done better in the win-loss column over the last few years.
And Kevin, the problem is, as solid as they've been defensively, that's how challenged at times they are offensively in terms of just scoring the basketball. They've been hanging around the bottom of the league in that category for a while.
Now Prez, George Hill missing on the 3, and the shot goes in. 52 points for Prez.
They wanted a fast start coming out of the break, and they are now 3 for 3.
Poked away. Unloads. Again, Phoenix.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. And a look at Prez there, just punishing the rim.
Oh, and you love the ferocity that Prez finished that playoff with. No layups for the big fella.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. On its way from Hayward for 2. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Listen, it's hard to defend this guy effectively no matter who you are. He is that skilled.
Herrera, good on the 3-point shot. Prez has got 59 points.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Johnson the screen. Gobert with it. Now Chandler defending. Burks kicks to Gobert. Doris, I think you still hold one of the top spots for all-time assists at Providence. Who do you think is the best right now at dishing out assists in the NBA?
I think that the guy who has the most complete command of the position right now is Chris Paul. The ball's on a string. He seems to make every right decision, willing to score it when he has to, Kevin, but you know his primary thought process is, who can I get the ball to fastest? DJ, Blake, JJ Redick, you name it, Chris Paul.
When you were at the top of your game, when these guys are at the top of their game, is everything in slow motion? Is that when you know you've hit that stride as a point guard that you want to have?
I don't think there's any question. And one of the ways you get there is you watch a ton of film as a point guard, because the game slows down on film. Your options open right before your eyes, so that when you step back between the lines, Kevin, now you have an understanding the game is moving slower. It's a great point by you.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Exum kicks to Johnson. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Hayward outside. They need this. It's hauled in by the Suns. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
Well, I don't think it's overstatement to call that an embarrassing defensive effort. Shooters were wide open from everywhere.
Shots good from Young.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
Now, here's Exum. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That's
Backcourt
going to be over
violation.
and back. Not
Justice.
watching for the line that time.
Good play, man.
Ulis is checked in for Phoenix. So it's the Suns winning easily here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Woo-hoo, boy, it was like it was two of you out there. You were everywhere.
I don't know what to say, man. I've been watching you on defense.
Woo, been turning it up.
I can't turn it up, man. I can't help it.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez. I don't even know what more you can ask for. 60-plus points? That's insane. No one does that. Yet for some reason, we're not entirely surprised because we know he has a penchant for achieving the impossible.
Unbelievable, man. And when this guy's got it going on like that, it's a pleasure. I mean, just a pleasure to watch him play. I'd pay to come see him, even though I don't have to.
As efficient and offensive performance as you're ever going to see, and I mean ever. I don't care where your shots come from. You're not supposed to shoot that high of a percentage. Did he miss? I don't think he missed.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan,
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Checking out the Clippers, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after.
Let's see, who has a smoothie?
There he is.
I have no idea. Who has a smoothie?
Back, huh? Yep. Orange juice, man.
Never stops, never stops.
So what happened? I don't know. I don't even care. That's what I'm talking about, man. Well, let's get out here and get these playoffs, man. I'm glad to see you here.
You see I'm already dressed? You late.
I like that. Yeah. What's up, man?
The Suns come into a Western Conference contest in this game.
I don't know. Who doesn't have a smoothie?
No better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other
Now, see, this stadium is almost full. By the end of this game, half of these people are going to be gone. They're going to get so pissed off, they're going to leave.
Well, they're certainly excited about
Oh, wow. That's low. That's cheap right there. That's a low blow.
Two top caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And they can put themselves into a great position in the season series by winning tonight.
They might have a mud smoothie for all you know.
After this, so they'd be assured of at least a split.
And with tip-off coming up.
Guys, Doc Rivers has the dual role of coach and GM with the Clippers. But if you ask him, it's much the same as his role before. He said there really is no actual difference in the two roles, except when you do disagree. The only difference now is if I really disagree, I get my way. Kevin?
Thanks, DA, and it's probably easier to straddle those roles when the mandate is win now. It's the coach's mentality anyway. All-Star break right around the corner of the NBA has been extending the All-Star break recently. And Steve, how big a deal is that extra time for the players?
I think it's huge, especially for guys that are participating in the All-Star weekend. Not just the guys that's playing on Sunday, but throughout the entire weekend, you get a chance to get a couple more days after All-Star break.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. A starting 5 on the floor. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Herrera, he's in at the point. Chandler out there with
Son of a
Chris.
bitch.
Then there's Warren, and it's Young in at the 2-guard spot. Prez dishes to Young. To the paint. And Chandler throws it down.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Oklahoma City.
And if there's one aspect of the game that really stood out for me, it was the rebounding. Basketball is about possessions, and you saw a noticeable difference in terms of the effort both teams were putting forth.
And that was the primary difference maker to me. Their lack of getting boards is what ultimately buried them in that game.
Paul kicks to Griffin, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Griffin's got his.
Do you like that I'm back to the orange uniforms again?
A lot of different moves inside the paint, and you can see right there that was a nice finish by Blake.
And the foul on Paul Pierce. So it's Phoenix now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix. Well, after the long speculation of a trade that would have broken up Orange Juice, that has been officially squashed.
Well, you were complaining about the purple uniforms. Now you don't like the orange? What the hell?
And thank goodness for that.
And what a relief it must be for both Young and Prez. The rumors had been a distraction for the team for a while, but now they can put it behind them and move on into a very bright future.
18 feet out. And he gets the bucket. Prez has got 8 points.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Well, we don't have lime green, so you're shit out of luck. Shit. Thought I had that.
Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So you like any color that I don't have?
His strength as a coach is first, he has great job relating with the players. X's and O's, he is superb. And I think for him is he does a good job of being able to call plays on the fly.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
Well, that's just fucked up.
Who needs to warm up? They didn't.
Now I gotta create a custom team and make them all lime green.
At the elbow, Paul. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Suns. The adjustments of Doc Rivers, Smitty, you talked about, are what stand out to me. He'll switch who initiates the offense if he feels there is a mismatch to be taken advantage of in a heartbeat.
I think he has a great feel for the game, and he can see plays develop and also on the fly change up the offense, change up the defense, and at the timeouts, he's one of the best in the business.
Pulls it up. And that one's good by Herrera.
Yeah, I'll make it all colors.
Just a superb pull-up J there. Can't let Prez burn you with the shot if you're the D.
Hey, way to put the squeeze on him, guys. Bring it in. Let's talk. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to
regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, this isn't what he likes to see from this group. They just need to take some time, get back to playing like they know they can.
And here is Jordan. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The shot's good from Paul.
At his size, Chris Paul is used to getting contact on his shots. He has really spent a lot of time learning how to finish despite getting bodied.
Sinks the three-pointer. And you can see it in Prez's eyes. There is no way he's missing that three.
And when he wants to hit from deep, it's almost as if he wills it in if you let him.
Up top, Griffin. 32 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Floats it up for Young. Nice finish on the sequence there. Prez getting the ball to Young.
And the two working in concert. Great play all around from Orange Juice.
Clippers trail by 20. 43 seconds left to play in the first. Up top, Griffin. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Pierce's shot is good.
And Pierce squaring up immediately after getting the pass.
30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Herrera. Another three for Phoenix.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
The Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now here's Paul. He's covered by Herrera. 18 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Paul's got 6 points.
The defense has to stay on Chris Paul. He has a quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Here's Herrera. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Finally, get a buzzer
Three at
beater.
the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
A little joke right at the buzzer.
And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say.
You know, Blake, everything.
Of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about Chris Paul. You know, Chris and Blake Griffin shares so much in common when it comes to being the hardcore Clippers their owner brags about all the time.
And Chris Paul isn't easily impressed, and neither, for that matter, is Doc Rivers. So both guys have high praise for Griffin for how hard he's worked and really how far he's come.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, the Suns enjoying a nice lead here.
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
That quarter was all about ball movement and shooting. Lights out.
What the fuck was he shooting at?
Forwards are Ba'amute and Griffin. Great handles in the backcourt with Paul and Crawford teaming up. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Chris Paul is such a student of the game. He really is a coach on the floor, but he can be hard on his teammates. Austin Rivers said he's the one that's going to put you in your place. He's going to tell you the truth. He's going to yell at you. All the good point guards have to be the bad guy sometime. He's a leader, man. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He certainly backs it up on the floor. One-on-one fast break. And it's slammed in by Williams.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
It really helps when you're making shots, and they are making everything.
Now here's Prez, defended by Paul. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. So it'll be Prez shooting. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. The Suns shooting their first free throw tonight. Prez, no good on the free throw. And Smitty, we have a question sent in by one of our viewers. This is from Quinn up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. He asks, they were wondering what you'd like to do in the offseason to decompress from basketball, to get away from it.
You know, physically, I like to do a little yoga, like to swim, and I think something challenging. I love to play golf because that humbles me. I'm still not good at it, Kevin, but I keep going at it.
And you have fun doing it.
I do. I have a lot of fun. You know why? No scorecard. Not at all.
But once a competitor, always, right? You can't lose that edge.
No, not at all. So that's the one thing I like about it is me versus the ball versus the hole, and they're winning right now.
Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. It's stolen by Prez. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Poked loose. And Young with the basket on the assist from Prez. Prez has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. A finish, and finish off by Prez.
And really like how Prez keeps his hands moving, which is why he comes away with important steals.
Come on, shoot!
Now here's Paul, guarded by Herrera. Paul kicks to Mba'amute. Nailed from three-point land. Mba'amute's got his 2nd bucket tonight. On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Mba'amute. Here's Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
Especially when it's treating you as well as treating him. The bulk of his points today have come from the three-point line.
Crawford, no one around him. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul. Jordan, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Austin Rivers comes in for Chris Paul. And a change for the Suns. Chris, he's checked in for Alex Len. Phoenix has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Now, when you talk about the short list of players with the elite handles in the NBA, you have to include Jamal Crawford. Smitty, you know this. He can make defenders look absolutely ridiculous with his crossover.
Well, you talk about elite handles. This is the godfather of handling the basketball, crossover, tricks, and he's still able to be very productive at his age. And because of his dribbling and also his jump shot and his love for the game, that's what you love a Jamal Crawford.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Jazz had a huge game. He had 64 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
The great ones do it night in and night out. So far, he's doing it in this stretch run.
Got a piece of it. And finish off by Prez.
Prez is just a genius on offense. Does his best to only take high-quality shots.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it goes down 2 points. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Will it go? And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
And Young kicks to Prez. Young with the pass and Prez with the finish. Nice play.
And you know Prez will finish that play. And more importantly, Young knows that Prez will finish that. Nice score from Orange Juice.
For the 3. And the release was
why is it a bad name?
All
right, now it's halftime. Watch, half these people are going to leave from the stadium.
Hasn't been close. Phoenix ahead, delivering the blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Doc, how do you win this?
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. Hey.
We return to Los Angeles now with a look at the Staples Center from high above the arena. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. We're seeing a tremendous
What
game
the fuck? Nobody left.
He's just been
normally
terrific.
the people leave.
What they needed from him.
He's played like a man possessed right now, and his team is thriving.
Give me the ball.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Herrera, he's in at point guard. TJ Warren out there with Chris. And it's Chandler, and it's Young in at the 2 spot.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group.
Well, I mean, that's just basketball to begin with. I mean, some of these teams, their names are just fucking stupid.
Now here's Paul. He's guarded closely. Here's Griffin.
What the
Lays it
fuck?
up and banks it in.
Nice.
Can we not get the ball?
I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Yeah, he's one of those players. He operates at a different speed versus the defense.
And that one's good by Herrera.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Now here's Paul. He's got 6. They set the pick. Kicks it to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. No good there. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
That's what you hope to see every game. When it all comes together like that, it's really fun to watch. The Clippers' window is closing. I mean, you look at them throughout the postseason, they've come up short a few times when we all thought they could advance a little bit more. And CP3 is aging a little bit right now.
Chandler's shot good.
And all of a sudden you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Coming at a great time for this team down the stretch in the 3rd quarter. I love when teams get hot right before the 4th.
Jordan the screen. Pierce kicks to Redick. Can they get it? Good defensive work there by Young. With the Clippers, you know that they're feeling the pressure too, Steve. It's rare to have a team with as many stars as they do and not go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, if you're a Clippers fan, though, and the Clippers organization, you need to approach it like this, one step at a time. They know they have talent to compete with anyone in this league. Sometimes you get the feeling that they are just thinking too far ahead and not focusing on the now.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And that one drops.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half.
Yeah, that's for them. That's not us.
Now here's Paul, covered by Herrera.
I think ours is a gorilla for whatever reason.
And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
And look at Perez getting fancy out there. He loves putting on a show with that unreal athleticism.
He smacked me in the back of the head, that motherfucker.
Suns shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And they've been mediocre all season
Son
long,
of a bitch.
just about 72% from the line.
And defensively, Steve, these days more and more teams are looking to switch screen rolls. Why is that?
Because of
Move.
the new rules, Kevin.
Get out of my way.
If you look at it now, defenses can play a little bit of a zone. I think back in the day, imagine me switching out on Shaq. He'll go right into the blocks, and you couldn't have a guy come over unless he had the basketball. But right now, you can play more of a zone. So if teams who have multiple guys that can switch and defend multiple positions, they have an advantage.
Well, that's the thing that these teams want to get now. These players that are versatile play 3-4 positions sometimes, so they can do just what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, you have guys like Draymond Green can guard 1 through 5. That just has to be a luxury.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
LeBron, another one. He can guard all 5 positions.
He can guard everything.
Pass to Prez, knocked away, and taken away by Paul. Outside Griffin. To the inside, Crawford. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Young left side.
Are you sure? Because on here, the signs the mascot is
And he drops that
a
one
gorilla.
in. Prez has got 15 points here in the second half.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
The shot's good from Paul.
CP3 is not afraid to go up against the bigger guys inside. He continuously finds some space, somehow, some way.
And there it is again from him. Shot good from Herrera.
He's in fuego right now. When he gets like this, he's hard to stop.
Now here's Paul. D right on him. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third.
Fuck.
The feed to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Back to Paul. Oh, Griffin in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
Now here's Prez. Pierce covering. Herrera. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Add another triple to their second half total.
3 ball, 3 ball, 3 ball. That's what we're hearing in the second half.
Here's Griffin. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Griffin's got 8 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking.
We can't do it on our own.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in 1. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
Where the fuck am I walking?
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest
All
of
right,
our
this was my last game. I've got to get ready for work.
Saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how we do it, Prez. That's how we do it. I'm telling you, they got no answer for orange juice. No answer for orange juice, baby. Better luck next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson, Prez. I don't even know. And that'll do it for this.
Hey, thank you guys all for coming out. I just wanted to say congratulations to my friend Justice Young for making it through all the trade speculation.
Yeah, let's put all that mess behind us. Let's focus on the season.
Glad to have you on the squad, man. And to my boy Denver for making it back to the team.
Hey, thank God, man. The D-League don't have the same amenities, boy.
Well, D-League's all right. I mean, we got a lot of good players working their way up through there.
Yeah, but that toast wasn't about them.
They're enjoying it
down there.
Anyways, on to the playoffs.
Yeah. That's right, playoffs. Here we come.
Ooh boy, my season's coming to an end. Awesome.
What's up? How you doing, Al?
Hey, Frez. I was actually in the neighborhood and just wanted to talk to you real quick. I tried calling you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Things been crazy hectic with practice and schedule and everything. I'm sorry I didn't call you back.
Yeah, I mean,
Easier to toss them into a bonfire and just burn them.
Come in, let's...
Actually,
that's what I would do. I'd get plastic cups if I had $1 million and just have bonfires every night and burn them.
I'm transferring, and things are gonna get really hectic for me, and so that's what I think we should talk about.
Okay, so what does that mean for us?
I think we should take some time and some space for a little while.
All right, if you feel like that's what you need, then.
I mean, I think we both need it. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, I think he's gonna cry.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of unfair to you to be out all the time and not calling you back on time, and you definitely deserve better than that. So, yeah, I mean, I hope we can still be friends.
Yes, we can still be friends. I gotta go, okay?
All right.
Bye.
What the fuck? He goes, yes. What the fuck?
Justice. It's done.
What the fuck? What was this setup? I don't even know what the fucking setup was. Wow, okay. That was fucked up. That was just fucked up, man. I don't know what that was about at all. I mean, it'd be different if they actually told me, hey, this is what's going on. But nope. She's like, yeah, she's breaking up with me. He's about to cry. No, he's pretty fucking happy about it. Well, what the fuck was that? Are we actually going to the playoffs right now? And this is the All-Star game, I'm assuming? Yeah, that's just horrible whenever you don't even know what the fuck's going on in the game. Like, I'm the guy, but I have no idea what the fuck just happened. Some Illuminati shit going on, I guess. Anyways, man, it's been good talking to you. I gotta get dressed and run to KFC and get me something to eat before work. Have a good one.